When I first started playing Free Fire on an emulator, I thought it would be easy. I figured, hey, 80 to 100 FPS with my old GT 740 should be simple. I mean, just look at the game. There are no crazy shaders, no reflections. 100 FPS should be light work for this GPU. On top of that, this old GT 740 can still crawl through some of the best AAA games out there. But I quickly learned that Free Fire is just one of those games, the kind that has unstable, low FPS no matter what you do. And I don't know about you, but I'm lazy and I'm broke, so I'm not gonna buy a new GPU, and I'm definitely not gonna spend hours optimizing my PC either. So that left me with one last option: downloading every single FPS pack I can find until I hit 100 FPS. This should be easy, you might think. Just download some packs until you get 100 FPS. Yeah, that's what you'd think if you were stupid. The thing is, every YouTuber and TikToker just can't seem to stop lying. The only way you're ever going to get a magical FPS boost is if you buy a brand new GPU and processor. It's just not happening with software. You know, the Avengers had a 1 in 14 million chance of defeating Thanos. That's still a better chance than I have of gaining even 1% more FPS from one of these packs. But hey, as we saw in Endgame, somehow the Avengers won. So maybe, just maybe, we could pull off a miracle too. Because it feels impossible to find anything genuinely useful online. And even when you do find these packs, most of them are probably filled with viruses. I could literally break my entire PC doing this. Not only that, I have a full-time job. I'm cooked, bro. But instead of being productive, I'm here, chasing a number on a computer screen. Anyways, I'm in a rush. Let's get right back into the mission, hitting 100 FPS on my PC by downloading random FPS packs. I did a fresh install of Windows to get rid of all my old junk, and with zero optimizations, we're getting a very inconsistent 60 to 75 FPS, which sounds decent until you realize we're rendering nothing but an empty bot lobby. So, to reach our goal of 100 FPS, we need to get more than double what we have now. However, there's a quick trick. If you just go into the in-game settings, set the quality to smooth, and push the FPS setting to high, that alone gives us the single biggest FPS boost of this entire video. It puts us right over the 80 to 90 FPS mark. But if you've ever tried optimizing your computer before, you know that squeezing out that last little bit of performance is the hardest part. Getting to a stable 100 FPS is still going to be a tough challenge. And now, all we need to do is find some FPS packs. And since I'm an optimization YouTuber, it only makes sense to look for them on YouTube. So I searched it up, and the first Free Fire video that popped up was a guy named ArtLuckyFF. I decided to start with his pack. The rest of the packs I'll be trying are from channels I've never even heard of before. He has a download link in his Discord, so immediately I knew I wasn't going to get a virus. This isn't some random MediaFire link, you know? However, something different happened this time, and it set us back, way back, on our journey to 100 FPS. A while back, I accidentally forgot to disable some of my services, and little did I know, I dodged a bullet. We all know that disabling services you don't understand is a bad move. It's way too easy to remove a core part of Windows and cause it to stop working completely. And this led to everyone's worst nightmare: the blue screen of death. My PC restarted into another blue screen, and then another. I couldn't do anything about it. Thankfully, after the third crash, it finally booted into recovery mode. The last time this happened, it took me over 30 minutes to fix, but this time I was smart. I made a restore point right before applying the tweaks, so I used it and everything was good again. Definitely for 30 minutes. Until I messed up again. And you might be thinking, how the hell do you make the same mistake twice in a row? You're supposed to be an optimization YouTuber. Well, the thing is, it's kind of hard to diagnose a problem when you don't know what the problem is. All right, let's just move on to FPS pack number 2. I searched again and found a channel called P9 Ultimate. Quick side note, his original channel sadly got hacked, but he's back on a new channel called Quantum XD. So let's see if his pack gets us to 100 FPS, or if it's another total failure. Well, you guessed it. I disabled too many services again. This time, thankfully, it didn't cause a blue screen, but seriously, if you try anything like this, please create a restore point and a registry backup. a restore point can't always fix registry changes. And because of those registry tweaks, we actually did gain a noticeable amount of FPS even after I restored the system. But we're not done yet. Let's move on to day 2, hopefully the final day of this challenge. 3 days later, we're back in business. I searched for Free Fire FPS packs again, and this time I found a channel I actually recognized. Just like Art Lucky FF, they had a clean website and a Discord for the download. The site looked professional, not sketchy at all. I downloaded the file and ran it through VirusTotal. And honestly, I was super impressed. 0 flags. 0. Usually, I'm okay with a few flags, but 0 is insane. It wasn't complicated. It wasn't messy. It was literally just one click. And the results? I was genuinely surprised. Yesterday, it took us hours just to gain a few frames. Today, we gained another 20 FPS just by clicking one button. And finally, after turning off my OBS recording, we did it. We actually crossed 100 FPS. And not just that, in real matches, we were getting a consistent, stable 80 to 90 FPS. That's playable. That's a real, noticeable improvement. So, yeah, this one was definitely a success. But maybe 100 FPS isn't enough. So, if you want to see me push this PC even further, watch this video next.